What's up guys, Hazy here and a big welcome to you all for my first Foot Champs wrap-up video. Today I'm going to have a chat about my weekend league and my team. If we could drop a thumbs up, that'd be great. On the screen you will see that we finished on 18 wins. That's the goal I always set myself every week, which just scrapes me into that gold 3, which means I get automatic qualification for the next week. I believe I get 2 mega packs and a 50k rare players pack, as well as I believe it's 30,000 coins, so not bad rewards. But you can see I still have 3 games left. I got to the 18 wins and I had 4 games remaining. I sort of played one more to see how I went, and it didn't work too well. So I got an hour left. I might just use my untradeable team and just have a play around, see if I can get, nudge out another win or 2. Otherwise I'm not too fussed. I think I believe 18 wins is a good finish in the end compared to how I started. For those who didn't follow me on Twitter with my progress, I was 1-9 after my first 10 games, and I had no idea what was going on. I changed my custom tactics back to default, and then after my 10th game, I changed them back to pretty much what I had it on, and I sort of went on a bit of a streak after that. I'm not saying that changing custom tactics cost me 9 wins, but I think it may have played a part in it. So yeah, I'm happy in the end to get to 18, considering how I was. My team, this Serie A team, I think it might have won me more games than my EPL team did. This Gomez card is unbelievable. I love it. I might not have a goal for goal game ratio, but for me, anything over 0.5, so a goal every second game is good for me, and he's almost at a goal a game. He just come up clutch when I needed him. He's just quick. Someone said to me that he's only 5'5", but said he was very weak, but I found he was strong in a few areas when I needed him. He has got a Hawk Chem card though, so it does give his physicality a bit of a boost if you're someone who believes in the Chem cards working. I personally am. Perisic, yeah, I wasn't too happy with him. I mean, like I said, if you watch my previous year, I like quick wingers. I would like to invest in his inform card, his 86, I believe it is. Wouldn't mind investing in that and just seeing how that goes with obviously he's going to have a pace boost in that. I went and I bought first inform Cuadrado. Salah, he just didn't cut it for me in the first 10 games, so I thought all week about buying him. He only scored 6 goals, but he got 11 assists in 19 games. So he had 17 goal contributions in 19 games. And there wasn't any that were that won me games, but they were goals that kept me in the game. So I was impressed with that card. I definitely will be hanging on to him and Gomez. I might sell them and buy them back when the market settles. Bonaventura, he performed again this weekend. He's not over the top great, but I thought he was good. Parolo, his stats suggest that he should be a really great midfielder, but he played just as good as Bonaventura. He's 84 versus 83. There really isn't too much similarity, I guess, but for the 100,000 I paid for him versus whatever Bonaventura is worth, I could have easily just saved myself some coins and used a player somewhat like Bonaventura. Probably could have bought Marquisio and used him, but I was trying to stay away from just Juventus players. I was trying to expand my using of the Calcio way. Hamsik, I originally had him in the central centre midfield, and after my first 10 games I was suggested by someone to move him outside. Little things like that probably could have helped me get on that run. I would probably... Hamsik was a bit up and down. I didn't mind him, but I didn't hate him. He only scored 1 goal and got 2 assists. That doesn't say that he did very well. I wouldn't mind investing in one of his upgraded cards, whether he's first or second in form, just to see how he plays. Sandro, well, he's the only left back I would have from the Serie A, Calcio A. Serie A, what it used to be called. He didn't score any goals this weekend, but he's up to 90 games for me, so that's pretty solid. Normally, being an untradeable, you obviously play him a bit more, but normally I buy my players and then sell them the next week. Barzagli, I still haven't put a chemistry card on him. Probably should get around to doing that. I think I'm going to just hang on to him and not sell him. Like I just said, I usually buy and sell a team every week, but I packed Barzagli, so I might just hang on to him. I don't know, he got a couple of yellow cards. I did have Miranda in here, and then after the first 10 games, I was also suggested, put Manolas in there. Miranda, for me, didn't do anything bad, but he didn't do anything good. So, I mean, when you lose 9 of your 10 games playing every second game, so 5 losses, virtually 5 losses. I don't know if my one win out of that first 10 was with this team or the BPL team. I believe it was the BPL team. So obviously some changes needed. A lot of people love using Manolas, so put him in, and maybe that could have led to going on a run. Florenzi, he was great again. Can't complain about him. Handanovic, I don't see goalkeepers. He didn't have any standout games. He had a few. Both my goalkeepers had a few, odd moments that you get sometimes. And when people know how to abuse shooting mechanics, there isn't much you can do. I was using both teams in one, so I didn't have to rotate between teams. I'll just bring up my BPL team. I actually swapped out Petr Cech for Jack Butland. A friend of mine was telling me that Petr Cech can't save low drivens, when, like I was saying, if you know how to abuse shooting mechanics, no one can save low drivens. But that sort of got sunk in my head a little bit, so I thought I'd try Jack Butland, and Jack Butland. Anyone who knows how Jack Butland goes is, not much more I need to say. I also swapped out Hector Bellerin. A bit like Miranda, he didn't do anything bad, but he didn't do anything good. Defense, his pace helps, but going forward, he just didn't seem to have the same sort of attacking wing-back role that Kyle Walker brings to me. So I use Kyle Walker a lot, and I just thought this weekend to try Hector Bellerin, and I had to go back to Kyle Walker. Joel Matip, he will be someone I'm going to keep. I could pay. I might be over-exaggerating here, but I believe, personally, from how I went this weekend, that he's close on par with Winston Reid in form. I've used Winston Reid a few times, and he's good, but it's just, I feel like I'm only using him because other people use him. I'm using Matip. Obviously, other people use Matip, so that's what sort of got me to use him. I can't put my finger on what makes him so, whether it's his height of 6'5", but I just enjoyed using Matip. He saved me probably more than Smalling does, and everyone loves Smalling. So yeah, I think I'll be keeping that centre back and right back pairing. Luke Shaw, no, he didn't do any. He didn't get any goals or any assists. I thought he might have got a couple of assists. Luke Shaw, yeah, he plodded along, did what he does. I guess like Hector Bellerin, he didn't do anything bad, but he didn't do anything good. But I guess I lie there. He probably did more than he did bad, more good than he did bad. So it's enough to keep him. I really contemplated about picking up just normal Marcus Alonso to try him out, but I just couldn't be bothered to do it in the end. I also changed out Dembele. I used him till about, I think, the 25 game mark. I only got rid of him yesterday. His stats are great again, but he just didn't cut it. So I went and picked up, if I can find him, Emre Can. Now, I would have loved to have bought his inform, but I just couldn't sort of really put 300,000 coins, 300 plus thousand coins into him when he's sort of probably at what his peak is going to be. Like, I try not to buy players if it looks like, late in the week, so if they drop, I don't take a big loss or something like that, and it's very, very nervous on, buying expensive players. He only played 5 games, so yeah, I must have got him for the last 30 games. No, close to the last 10 games. He was good. I didn't notice him too much. I guess a lot like Marco Parolo. But I'd like to try him out a bit more. The other one I was going to go back and get would have been Yaya Toure, just his normal. I noticed his normal a lot more than his inform, but so that might be an option next time. Christian Eriksen had a really quiet weekend for me. He looked dangerous on attack a lot of times. He probably got a lot of second man assists, so he probably played a ball that led to the assists, which never shows up. So I'm always going to use Christian Eriksen. I'm a big fan of him. Anthony Martial, well, he's played over 220 games for me now, 93 goals, 60 assists. He had one of his more quiet weekends. He didn't play as good as what he normally does. I was a little bit disappointed with him, but again, he's just reliable for me, so I love to use him. Lacazette, he just pops up when I need him. I'm glad I invested all that time and money into him. Might have overpaid for him a little bit, but I got him in the end. Happy to have him. Throven, probably said his name wrong again. Those stats really don't suggest anything, great, but he still comes up for me when I need him to. So I'm definitely going to keep him because he gets that strong link to Lacazette, which I can play Lacazette in any team on 10 chem. Then I can live with him being on 8 chem. He seems to play fine on 8 chem, so I can basically use those two in my forward line the whole time. So all in all, guys, I was feeling embarrassed after my first 10 games, and now I'm sort of feeling like I've had a bit of a win. I believe I only need 11 wins this coming weekend to get my first gold rewards for the month. I haven't played consistently enough for a whole month to be able to get to gold, but in itself, for me, that's a good achievement, I think. But hopefully this weekend, I can start pushing on. If I had have won, 2 or 3 of those other games, I might be inclined now to have pushed for gold 2, or who knows what could have happened. But we'll see what this weekend brings. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging around and watching. Hopefully it wasn't too long and too boring for you. Once again, if you could drop a thumbs up, that'd be great. Give us a like, a comment, a share. I do share this on Facebook. That'd be awesome. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, at hey_Christopher. Just tweet me, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Laters.